2024 is almost over and you might feel like you didn't achieve some of the goals that you set at the start of the year. But don't worry, you're not alone. Studies show that 92% of people don't end up reaching their goals. Every January, we start with fresh motivation, big plans, and high hopes. But as the months go by, life happens, priorities shift, motivation fades, and those goals just stay out of reach. And it's the same story every single year. The problem is not that people don't try hard enough. The real issue is focusing on the wrong things. Most people set bigger goals without creating better systems to achieve them. On the other hand, successful individuals prioritize taking action over excessive planning. In fact, a study of over 5,000 people who achieved their goals found their success wasn't about extraordinary talent or willpower, it was about using strategies most people overlook. In this video, I'll share 5 simple strategies that can help you turn 2025 into your best year yet. Grab a pen and paper because these tips can save you months of frustration and help you finally achieve the goals that mean the most to you. Now let's start with the very first step. Start today. There's no need to wait until January when you can begin right now. December is not just the end of the year, it's actually your best chance to get a head start while most people are waiting for January. These quieter weeks with holiday breaks and fewer responsibilities are perfect for creating habits that stick. Research shows that it takes about 66 days to form a habit, and that might sound like a long time, but think about it. Do you really want to be in the same place 60 days from now on? If you start today, those habits will feel natural by February, while others are just starting to gain momentum. The trick is to start small. Dedicate just 15 minutes a day to your goal. If you're planning to start a business, use that time to study your market. If you want to pick up a skill, practice the basics for those 15 minutes. The idea is to keep it simple and consistent. As you grow more comfortable, you will naturally want to dedicate more time. I know that this works because I've tried it myself. A few months ago, I wanted to make videos that genuinely help people, but I had no experience, so I started with 15 minutes a day, learning about content, understanding what resonates with people, and planning ideas. And now you're watching one of those videos yourself. So you can do the same. Pick one goal for 2025 that will make the biggest difference in your life. Set aside 15 minutes a day, whether it's morning, evening, or whenever you're feeling at your best, and track your progress. By January, you'll already be ahead with real habits in place where others are still figuring out where to start. And this mindset applies to everything, not just New Year's resolutions. Whether it's a project, a habit, or a big task, starting early always gives you the advantage. It lets you learn, adjust, and improve along the way. Waiting only makes it harder to build momentum. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. Focus on learning and improving a little every single day. Small, consistent progress will always be trying to do everything perfectly from the start. Once you've made a strong start, the next step is simplifying your focus by eliminating what doesn't work. And that takes us to the next strategy, rethinking how you manage your tasks and time. Let me ask you, how often do you look at your to-do list and feel overwhelmed? Like no matter how much you get done, there's always more waiting to be added. Now the truth is that most to-do lists set us up for failure. They are packed with tasks that seem urgent but don't really help us move forward. And that's why one of the most effective ways to simplify your life is not to do more, but to stop doing what's not working. Start by reviewing everything you're currently juggling. Instead of asking, what more can I add? Ask yourself, what can I remove? For example, are you saying yes to too many meetings that don't actually require your presence? Are you spending hours on social media or emails without realizing how much time they take? Eliminating these time wasters creates space for what actually requires your attention. Now let me share an example with you. Suppose your goal is to launch a new project. Instead of listing 10 plus tasks that overwhelm you, focus on just 3 high-impact actions for the day, like researching your audience, outlining your strategy, or creating a small prototype or first draft. By narrowing your focus to these priorities, you will see real progress by the end of the day without the stress of juggling a never-ending list of tasks. And here's a quick tip for you. Take a moment at the end of each day to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I do today that helped me move forward and what did I not? Over time, this habit will help you naturally identify what to stop doing and where to direct your energy instead. Now that you've cleared the unnecessary tasks, it's time to talk about working smarter and not harder. Think about your daily routine. How much time do you spend on repetitive tasks like responding to emails, scheduling meetings, or managing notes? These small tasks quickly add up and can eat away hours of your day. But here's the good news. Most of these can be automated. With the right tools, you can save hours each week and focus on what truly needs your attention. So I'll share my own experience. A while back, I used to spend hours each day managing basic tasks like sorting through endless emails, scheduling meetings, and keeping track of notes scattered everywhere. It was exhausting. But then I started using tools like Notion to organize everything in one place, and suddenly I wasn't wasting time hunting for information anymore. I could start each day knowing exactly where everything was and what I needed to do. Scheduling and communication were still taking up a lot of time, so I started using Mindy AI. Instead of spending time manually tracking meeting details or typing out follow-up notes, Mindy does it all for me. It automatically provides summaries of emails, organizes meeting notes, and even shares details about attendees, saving me hours each week. Automation is not about being more productive, it's about freeing up your time for the things that are most important, whether it's learning a new skill, working on a big project, or simply spending time with your loved ones. So now that you have cleared unnecessary tasks and automated repetitive ones, let's talk about how to avoid burnout while staying consistent. Even with the best tools and systems in place, trying to focus on all your goals at once can leave you overwhelmed. And that's where the 3-3-3 method comes in, a simple yet effective system to help you stay focused and organized without stretching yourself too thin. Here's how it works. The first part focuses on time. Instead of setting goals for an entire year, which can feel distant and overwhelming, you break them down into 3-month periods. These shorter time frames allow you to stay focused, track your progress, and adjust your approach if needed. For example, if your goal is to get fit, focus the first 3 months on building consistently, like working out 3 times a week. Don't worry about perfection, just aim for steady, manageable progress. The second part is about simplifying your focus. Instead of juggling 10 different goals, prioritize just 3 key areas at a time. These could be health, finances, relationships, or anything that aligns with your top priorities right now. By narrowing your focus, you can give your best energy to things that have the greatest impact and make meaningful progress without feeling scattered. And the final part involves dedicating 3 focused hours each day to work on your goals. This doesn't mean working on 3 hours straight, it's about setting intentional blocks of uninterrupted time for deep work. For example, you could spend 1 hour in the morning brainstorming ideas, another one in the afternoon executing, and the final hour in the evening reviewing your progress. Using techniques like the Pomodoro method can help you stay productive during these sessions. And breaking your goals into 3-month chunks and focusing on 3 priorities at a time keeps you organized and motivated without risking burnout. Plus, every 90 days you get the chance to reflect, celebrate your progress, and realign your goals if needed. This method ensures that you're not just busy, but actually making progress on the things that bring the most value to you. So now that you've broken your goals into manageable steps, let's talk about the real challenge, staying consistent. Building momentum is great, but we all know how easy it is to lose steam once the initial excitement fades. So how do you keep going when the novelty wears off? Here's how you can ensure that the progress you've made so far doesn't slip away. Start small and keep it realistic. The key to maintaining momentum is keeping your habits realistic and sustainable. For instance, you build the habit of working out 3 times a week in the first 3 months, stick to that as you introduce your other goals. Avoid trying to do too much at once. Small, steady progress adds up over time and is much easier to stick with. Stay accountable. Accountability is crucial for staying consistent. Whether it's through a buddy system, working with a coach, or simply tracking your progress in a journal, regular check-ins keeps you motivated. For me, journaling at the end of each month works wonders. I reflect on what I accomplished, what didn't go as planned, how I can improve for the month ahead, and it's simple and it keeps me focused without feeling overwhelmed. Now let's be honest, things won't always work out the way we expect. Schedules can change, priorities might shift, and unexpected obstacles might pop up. Instead of letting this discourage you, see it as an opportunity to adapt. Missed a few days? That's fine, just get back on track. The goal is progress and not perfection. Adjust your plans as needed, but always keep your long-term vision in mind. By focusing on sustainable habits, holding yourself accountable, and staying flexible, you will create a system that keeps you on track no matter what comes your way. Consistency is not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up regularly and building on your progress. So there you have it, the 5 simple yet powerful strategies to turn 2025 into your best year yet. But remember, knowing these tips is only the first step. The most important thing is taking action. Don't let this be one of those videos that you just watch and forget. Pick one strategy that resonated with you the most, whether it's starting small today, automating your repetitive tasks, or breaking your goals into manageable chunks, and apply it right now. Remember, small steps lead to big results. And here's a challenge for you. Take the next 15 minutes to plan your first step toward your most important goal. Whether it's writing down your 333 goals, auditing your to-do list, or setting up a simple habit tracker, start today and start right now. Let me know in the comments which strategy you are excited to try, or just share a goal that you're working on for 2025. I'd love to hear about it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with someone who could use these tips as well. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you join us for more practical advice to help you build the life that you deserve. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Here's to making 2025 your best year yet, and I'll see you in the next one.